Oh, the more I look into this account, man, the more mental it gets. Why is the Stag Knight in offense set gear? What is up, guys? This is Corbin. Welcome back to Big Sturge's account. This is an account takeover video. Of course, this is the account as well with the fully booked common lifesteal gear, Rajan Scarhide, and I'm going to do the best that I can to go ahead and set this account on a winning path from where it is right now. This is an account that's over like a year into the game, has multiple fully booked and like pretty good legendaries, and has never cleared even normal Hydra ever before in the account's life. And how do I know that? Because if you go into the account profile, you can see here, okay, CVC tournament points, the highest ever Demon Lord damage we've done is 34 million, which we actually beat in the last episode, by the way. I'm going to try and get to 40 million, just one key nightmare in this video. Hydra, awaiting results. We've never actually spent and locked in a key into Hydra game mode before, ever, which is just unbelievable. The gear's kind of whacking all over the place, and a lot of stuff hasn't been upgraded to figure out where the stat rolls are going to go during gear enhancement events, and it's couple that with the fact, by the way, we've actually reached hard mode in a couple of the dungeons while having not planned out a single team on this account. And by that I mean the team presets menu is completely empty on this account. It's never designed a team before ever, which just blows my mind as well. And yes, it has saved up over 200,000 energy. Basically, this account needs some serious direction, and that's what we're going to be getting to in this video, man. Before we do, if you're looking to create a new raid account to get off to a fresh start inside of raid, or create a new free-to-play adventure and join me, my new free-to-play series, then play along by clicking on the beginner promo link that's down below this video at the top of the description box, man. Click on that link on laptop or PC and use that link to create a new raid account for all of the free stuff that you see on screen right now, man. Start a legendary champion with Tholin, Valbeard, as well as 4 free epic champions, all from that beginner promo link, and get it used right now while Xenomorph is still the log and reward legendary champion as part of a triple legendary start that you can get. It all begins by clicking on that beginner promo link down below and using that link to start off your juicy, succulent new account. Now, very first thing, honestly, that this account needs is a sense of direction. As soon as I heard that this account has never actually built a team before inside of Raid Shadow Legends, I knew what the problem was with this account. It's just a massive lack of direction, and as such, the account's been on autopilot, just farming daily energy and really doing nothing and just pulling shards as soon as we get them, by the looks of things, for like, I don't know, if I had to guess, I'd guess 6 or 7 months. Like, to save up 203,000 energy, it's gotta be like half a year. And really, this leads us on to a bigger question for Mr. Big Sturge, which, honestly, I'm going to come at this like very blunt and honest here, and I'm not coming at this as like a place of malice. I'm not telling anybody that they should quit the game or how they should enjoy the game. Maybe this is the way that Big Sturge enjoys playing Raid Shadow Legends, and he's just not one for micromanaging stuff. But then that really begs the question, and this is a question directly to Big Sturge, and maybe some other people that are watching this video. Are you really enjoying this game, man? Are you really enjoying this game? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go like, I mean, I'm gonna pose this question because I'm gonna do my best with this account. I always do my best with every account takeover that we get. It's like 3 in the morning right now. I'm halfway through this gosh darn takeover. I'm gonna be here all night, you know, but it's what I do. It's what I enjoy. It's why I don't mind jumping into challenging accounts like this and doing my best to sort of rescue them a little bit, right? And I do consider this a bit of an account rescue session, because for as good as the champion rosters are and stuff on the account, like the gear and everything else about the account, not including the champions, feels way far behind where it could be. And I gotta wonder, you know, setting up teams and planning teams and setting up team presets and building Hydra squads and then micromanaging your gear and optimizing builds, that's kind of like 80% of Raid Shadow Legends outside of pulling shards and like the other fun like gambling elements of the game, you know, where you're pulling shards and crafting relics and all that kind of stuff, you know. I mean, what? Okay. I've got nothing else to say, but okay. I'm just gonna stop commenting. Oh god, I clicked on the Stag Knight's build accidentally. Just get a relatively normal build on the screen for just a second so I can think. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, alright? I've gotta wonder if maybe it's just not the kind of game for Mr. Big Sturge, and I'd say that, hey man, look, if this is the way that you enjoyed the game, then I'm going to do my best to streamline the account and set up teams and stuff and just simplify like the fiddly aspects of the game so that you can just move forward and blast tournaments and do all the fun elements of the game that maybe you enjoy more. But I think it's also okay to ask yourself if this is the game for you if you don't enjoy all of these micromanaging elements that are actually going to help your account to develop in the long term. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's get to it. So first and foremost, the most important team that you'll ever build is inside of Demon Lord Clan Boss. And of course, we've already set up the team that we're going to be using for this in the Team Presets Manager. Speed aura lead is always good to go with. Defense auras are fine if you don't have a speed aura lead, but we're going to go ahead and throw the Duchess as the speed aura lead. The Krisk is not amazing for Demon Lord, to say the least. He brings a lot of tools that are not super useful, but he's our only, I repeat, our only increased speed buff champion. That's worth taking into Demon Lord, which is mad. Now, we could bring in an Apothecary instead, right? It's not completely true. We could bring in an Apothecary instead of the Krisk, but the Krisk is also bringing ally protection, so, you know, he is doing quite a bit in terms of helping the team survive as well. We've got counter-attack buffers, we've got decreased attack champions, we've got decreased defense champions, HP burn damage, no poison damage, but HP burn at least from the Geomancer, and so, yeah, that's what the team's going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and just shift up the builds a little bit here, so we're going to be trying to one-key Nightmare Demon Lord with this team. That means that Geomancer needs at least 200 accuracy, which he does have. I don't think I need to tweak up the Geomancer's build at all, really, apart from these gloves are absolutely worthless. Geomancer doesn't actually need being more of like an HP burner debuffer champion. It doesn't really need crit rate or crit damage or anything like that, so I'm more than happy to go ahead and just do something like this and just try and like amp up his speeds and maybe find some accuracy and hide set filters on all of these gloves and to see if this is some better gloves lying around that he could use. I could use these Divine Speed Gauntlets on him, but they might be a little bit of a waste. These Stone Set Gauntlets will work just fine as like an offset piece. As long as they go into like a bit of speed and a bit of accuracy, then we're pretty happy. Yeah, that will totally do. So we lose a bit of health, but we're gaining a bunch of defense, gaining speed, gaining accuracy. Yeah, these are just automatically better for the Geomancer as far as I'm concerned. Next up was the Taras. Okay, so when it comes to rescuing an account like this, or when it comes to just optimizing your own account inside a raid, whether it's an early game or mid-game account, it becomes a bit more complicated when you get towards late game because, you know, you're building such specialized champions for conquering the hardest content in the game that becomes a bit different. But in the early game and in the early mid-game, I stressed to you this, okay? Concentrate all of your best gear on your best champions. It's a really, really simple idea. A very, very powerful champion like Taras, who's very, very good into many areas of the game, and is honestly quite a solid damage dealer into Demon Lord because he brings decreased attack on his L1 and it's quite reliable. And like the rest of his kit, you know, isn't incredible into Demon Lord, but he's what we've got. Plus he's like 4-star awakened as well. Like the guy's kind of popping off. Fun fact, he's got one of like the only 2 relics that are actually equipped on the entire account as well. So, you know, maybe that's something that we could also look at. But what you want to do is commit your best gear to your best champions that are also your fully booked champions, okay? Because these are the champions that are actually going to carry you in certain areas of the game. Now, I noticed that the Taras's crit rate is a little bit short. He's still using crit rate gauntlets instead of crit damage gauntlets. Ideally, you're always finding crit damage gauntlets and then finding the crit rate from other sources like double or triple crit rate rolls across your other gear pieces. That's best case scenario. Difficult to do if you're in the early game of your account, right? The earliest months of your account and stuff like that. Okay, fine. This account should really have crit damage gauntlets on its Taras, right? I believe his banner is also a resistance banner that double rolled into flat defense. It's just a bit naff, innit? It's got a bit British on you there for a second, a bit naff innit? So I'm pretty sure, mate, that we can do a little bit better than that, can't we? Alright, I'll stop. Okay, yeah, I've gone ahead and just planned out a new build for the Taras, and it's going ahead and it's pulling a bunch of gear off of other just less worthy champions. I believe the Skull Crown is actually max level, but she's using crit damage gloves with the triple crit rate roll. And also his crit rate is still not quite going to be 100%, but I'm also switching over a chest plate as well under the Taras here that's got a triple crit rate roll. This was on the Achak the Wenderin, who like, is this a debuffer, man? Like, he doesn't need all these juicy crit rate stats and stuff like that. So this is what I mean about committing your best gear to your best champions. I'm also going to change over the banner as well to a defense banner, just because it's got a double speed roll, and so our Taras is going to gain a bunch of speed. Speed being the best stat in the game can only be a good thing. He's getting like 15 speed by doing this. And so I'm going to go ahead and make this gear swap. And we've still got some gear pieces here that we could go ahead and roll on up to max level. But we're kind of broke in terms of silver, so I'm not gonna do that. We might have all of the energy in the world, but we're very, very broke on silver. We've got 203,000 energy pennies for silver. Oh my god. I just recorded another like 15 minutes of this account takeover video and the mic was muted. Oh my god. I like finished the video and everything. Like it was done, man. Oh, I'm gonna have to retread some ground here and try and pick up where where the microphone cut off, man. So the next champion that we're gonna go ahead and rebuild, or the next champion that we did rebuild, that I just sort of reset, I built a little bit here, was the Duchess, right? We can't rebuild that many champions, we're a little bit broke on gold, so I originally pulled these boots, like some of the better boots on the account, really. I know the substats suck, but the 6-star, you know, immortal boots, pretty good set, that is. These were on, like, a vaulted epic. They were on like the Vrask. They were on like a Vrask in the vault. It was like level 50. Unbooked. You know, like this is what I mean. You gotta prioritize your best gear and your best champions, man. At the end of the day, the Duchess was dying a lot. She was wearing like it was like a resistance banner, I think. Which I've switched that on over to a defense banner. So yeah, I switched up my build a little bit. She gained a little bit of speed, a bit more defense, stuff like that. Most importantly though, some immortal gear to help us stay alive in Demon Lord. Because the Demon Lord team just doesn't actually have any decent survival going on in there, right? Oh god, we have like no relics as well. Anyways, man, I know I'm jumping around a lot here, but how do you know if a champion is one of the better champions on your team that you should be building? Well, first and foremost, you got to know what kind of tools to bring into each dungeon, right? Ally attackers and multi-hitters and 10-minute decrease, for example, for Fire Knight. Dragon Slayer, all of the tools that are good. Demon Lord, decrease attack, decrease defense, HP burn, weaken, max HP damage, boss killer damage, you know what I mean? Spider's Den, oh god, I'm too tired. Just forget I'm too tired, I'm exhausted, man. It's like past 4 AM right now, and I've explained all of this twice over, so just skip Spider's Den, can't be bothered. Ice Golem, survival tools, okay? Decrease attack, shields, increased defense, ally protectors, all of that kind of thing. Once you know what tools to bring, you've got to use the team presets, man. I've gone ahead here for Mr. Big Stage and planned out all of these teams for him to use. Some of these are teams to build towards. Hard Fire Knight? Yeah, we've reached Hard Fire Knight, but we've only got like 2 multi-hitter freeze champions which are required for hard mode Fire Knight. The Krisk is there for no reason. Honestly, we'd be better off with like a high Katoon than both the Duchess and the Krisk combined in this team. We don't need the Krisk's control. We don't need his decreased speed against the boss because your Carl brings that, right? And the Duchess is only here for a speed aura. So a high Katoon brings the increased speed. That, like, the only thing the Krisk is bringing is the increased speed, and the high Katoon does it better. You know what I mean? So like high Katoon does both of these champions' jobs. So I'd actually recommend that we build. You know what? I don't even care. I don't even care, man. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Where is she? The High Katoon is actually in the vault on this account. Absolutely neglected, man. Oh my god. She actually makes it into this Hard Fire Knight team, which is more of just a testament to how bad our Speed Aura champions are in the account. And by bad, I mean, not bad, but we've got like 2 of them. Across the entire account, like decent speed aura in all battles, champs. Anyways, this would be the hard mode Fire Knight team, Dragon team, max HP damage, all of that. But the reason that you want to plan out teams like this is because once you know what to bring into each dungeon, you can map out all your teams. You can very, very easily see what champions on the account you're going to be using everywhere, right? Duchess is a speed aura lead. Brings the revives, brings the extra survival to your team. The fact she's just a speed aura lead automatically gets her in as the speed aura lead in like most of the teams on the account. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Stag Knight as well, man. We've got Stag Knight here showing up in multiple teams. Brings decreased attack, decreased defense on an AoE, 3-turn cooldown. He's going to be great into Dragon. He's going to be great into Ice Golem. Spider, yeah, maybe. I'm not so sure about this hard Spider team, by the way, but you know. We do also have a, but the point is, again, this is another high priority champion that you can look to build because it's very clear that he's going to be useful across multiple teams. Same with the Ninja as well. Ice Golem and Dragon. He's going to make great appearances there. He's also going to be a fantastic damage deal option into Hydra eventually, and so focusing some bucks up on the Ninja would be bloody lovely. As for this Spider 20 speed kill team right here, this just relies on 3 enemy max HP damage dealers. And Royal Guard is a great aura lead because he brings an attack damage aura in dungeon battles, and so that's great stuff. Then you want to bring something like a Dracomorph or a Rowella, another budget option champion that's bringing Weaken and Decreased Defense debuff, as well as a Archmage Helmet or some other champion that's bringing an increased crit damage buff. And the result is this. Now, I'm just using the old footage here that I recorded before. I realized that the mic wasn't recording. Yeah, this is how the team plays out. decreased defense, weakened debuff scope on the spider, and then you just smack the crap out of the boss with all your enemy max HP damage dealers, and it pops off. The only caveat to this team is that your your Archmage Helmet and your debuffer champion, your decreased defense weakened debuffer champion, need to be the second fastest champions on the team so that they get up all of their skills before your big damage dealers come on in. And the crit damage on these guys is not going to cut it. You really should be looking at like 230% crit damage or higher on your Cold Hearts and on your Royal Guards if you're looking to pull a team like this off. But now, naturally, this brings us to the Stag Knight's build, because he's built in offense gear for some for some extremely peculiar reason. So his speed's also not great. His accuracy's actually fine, but a lot of it's got attack percent gloves. Why is there attack percent gloves on the Stag Knight, bro? What's the amulet? KHP, it's fine, it's fine. Attack percent chest as well. Oh god, oh Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go ahead, just get the switch on over, man. Okay, I actually did forget to do this rebuild when I was recording before. I haven't even fully upgraded a lot of these pieces, by the way. As you can see, like the gloves and the gloves and the weapon and the shield. I haven't even touched the levels on these. They don't need it. It's already an upgrade. He's already gained like 40 speed. His accuracy's gone up. His defense is actually the same as it was before, which is remarkable. Dude, I didn't even change the chest. Do you know why? Because when I did this last time, I just assumed that the chest was like, I don't know, accuracy or something. Now that I know that it's an attack percent chest, I need to change it. Like, I don't have a choice, man. I gotta go in and change this. We've actually got some okay options here. You know what? This chest right here looks fine. As you can see, we're broke as a joke, so I wouldn't want to go too mad. Oh, God, you know what, man? It's still better than what we've got. I'm just going to go ahead and slam it on, bro. Let's just go ahead and slam it on, delete the previous build, and get this on the Staggy, and just instantly, he's actually a decent champion now. Anyways, now that we've rebuilt some of these champions, it is time to go ahead and take this team into Demon Lord Clan Boss, which, spoilers, I've already done it, and you can see where the damage numbers come out, so maybe it's a little bit redundant, me showing this, but the most damage we'd ever done into Nightmare Demon Lord before this, as you can see in the last episode, was 34 million. Like, we had never managed to one-key Nightmare Demon Lord with this team until now. So I guess I don't really need to go in and show this gameplay, but I'll show it anyway. This is the moment in the run where we surpassed the 35 million damage mark, and so we beat like the account's record before champions started dying, and we finish up on about 44 million as shown, you know, which I think is pretty good. We actually survived for 53 boss turns, bro, which is just utterly ridiculous. And so yeah, Demon Lord in a place where it can pop off, which it should be because we're sitting on 52 keys. Oh my god. Oh my god. We need to leave the clan, by the way, and join a more active clan. Big Sturge. But to be honest, you need to be more active as well, okay? You can't be sitting on 200,000 energy and just sitting there camping out and chilling out in a clan, right? God, there's so many resources to spend on the account, man. As for Hydra, again, we've never completed a Hydra battle ever in the history of this account. How do we know that? Well, if I go into the profile records real quick on the account, you can see our Hydra. It's awaiting results, right? We have a Chimera, highest damage ever dealt. Demon Lord is now the new record that we just set. Hydra, we've never spent a key. We've never spent a key, dude. That is absolute madness. How have we not spent a key? There's an advanced quest for spending a Hydra key, man. It makes me even more suspicious as to where that 200,000 energy came from. We weren't even doing the advanced quests to get like the energy refills from that. This was just like daily classic arena quests. Oi. Anyways, man, I went ahead and built out a team to use right now into Hydra. These are just champions that are built and booked and ready to rock and roll on the account, apart from the fact that the Sun Wukong just isn't booked. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and thrown in an unreliable block buffs champion with the Phalanx alongside an unbooked Sun Wukong, so they can both like come together and sort of share the load when it comes to carrying the weight of placing the block buffs debuff, because neither of them are super reliable. Block buffs debuff on an AoE and a provoke champion with a 3-turn cooldown or otherwise reliable provoke, very, very important to bring along in your Hydra teams. This account has more than enough firepower to be taken on normal Hydra, at the very least. Speed or lead with Duchess is going to do wonders for us as well. It's not the greatest team, to be fair. The Wukong and the Phalanx and the unbooked Wukong particularly are not super appealing. We're also overlapping Veil buffs. Like, Veil is another great tool to bring into Hydra against Head of Torment. Duchess brings Veil, so does Rector, so it's like, Rector's not the optimal support here, right? It's 2 Revivers and 2 Veil champions. It's not super ideal, but we are bringing decreased defense, decreased attack from the Stag Knight. So what I've gone ahead and done, and this is what you want to do as well, build plan out a Hydra team to use for right now on your account, but also plan out a couple teams, if you can, of champions to use later on, and teams to build towards once you've got champions fully booked. For example, the Ninja making it onto the Hydra team. Once the Ninja and the Sun Wukong are fully booked, this is a great little Hydra team. Like, this team's going to do great. They're going to pop off. In fact, I'd even maybe go as far as maybe put the Doom Priest on team number 1 here instead of the Rector Drath. But either way, team number 2 I recommend building. Yes, that's a high cartoon that you see. We've got limited options. Okay. We've got very, very limited options for increased speed buffer champions, as well as speed aura champions. In fact, the Duchess and the High Cartoon are the only 2 decent speed aura champions on the entire account, which is mad. Okay, it's crazy. The physics isn't booked yet, the attack isn't booked yet. Once all these champions are built and fully booked, this is a great Hydra B team. Honestly, it might even be better than the A team, to be honest, up here. But yeah, this is what you want to do, man. This is what you want to do. Like, you got to plan out your teams. You got to use the save team presets so that you can plan out what teams you're using and all of that jolly stuff. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, I'm actually just going to throw this team in and see what... Oh, the Sun Wukong's not built at all, though. Okay, no, I'm too tired. I'm too tired. I'm too tired to go in and build the Sun Wukong now, man. It's like 4:15 in the morning. The Stag's built, the Phoenix's build is... he's not 100% crit. I'd have to rebuild the Phoenix as well. You also need about 200, 230, 240 accuracy for normal Hydra. So they're not quite cutting that either. Basically, the Phoenix and the Sun Wukong would need rebuilding. Yeah, I can't bother to do it. Isn't that terrible? I can't bother to do it. I'm just too tired, man. I'm just going to go ahead and leave this one here, man. This is a great Hydra team. It's going to absolutely pop off, I swear. But yeah, what this account really needs to do, and I mentioned this in the other Takeover episode, is start spending its energy for the next 3 months. At least for the next 3 months. I'd be farming every tournament all the way up to the max personal reward. So this epic skill tome in every single tournament that pops up. I don't care if it's Gear Ascension, okay? I don't care if it's the Dragon tournament. Just do it. We need the silver, and then we also need to do a gear cleanse and just roll up every single artifact on the account. Apart from stuff like this, why are we holding on to pieces of gear like this? You know, it's life set, it's trash. We can just probably get rid of it. Any piece of speed gear that doesn't have at least one, it doesn't at least have speed as a substat, I'd say just get rid of it, just sell it automatically. All of this stuff here can just go pretty much. Roll every single artifact on the account up to 8, and if you don't like where the stat rolls go, they're in the bin. Sell them. We've got to clear out this artifact storage, and we've got to do it the hard way because we've got a lot of 5 and 6 star artifacts here that could be okay after rolls. We just haven't, I feel like we just haven't had a gear cleanse, and we haven't had a serious sort through of our artifacts and rolled things up during gear enhancement to investigate where the rolls are going to go in probably, if I had to guess, over 8 or 9 months on this account, man. It's like this is like a hoarder's artifact collection that I'm looking at right now. So we've got to fix that as well. But the gear cleanse takes 3-4 hours, so I ain't doing that in this takeover, man. This is just no way. Not tonight, man. Not tonight. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. And hopefully, Mr. Big Stage, I give you plenty of direction, at least, to push towards on your account, because that's the most I can do in the time that I've got for a takeover like this. So hopefully it was helpful. If you're looking to create a new raid account, by the way, make sure to get that done right now by using the beginner promo link that's down below this video at the top of the description box, and use that link to create a new account for all of the free stuff that you see on screen right now, man. Thanks for stopping by, and I am going to catch all of you all in the next one.